If a man is single for a long time, like 2 years, 3 years, or more, it doesn't mean he's broken. Most of the time, it's wisdom keeping him steady. He knows what's worth his time and what isn't.
Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here, once again back at Angry Guy's channel, and today we are going to be talking about a little bit more in depth about why so many men stay single for years. There's a commentary I wanted to do, and yeah, I found this video very interesting because I'm one of those men as well. I'm one of those men that stay single for many years. For as long as I know, I never had an actual relationship, so definitely I can relate to this a lot. So before we get started, if you agree with videos like this, if you want to keep in touch of the new videos we upload on the Angry Guys channel, be sure to give it a like, click the like button, subscribe as well, and click the bell next to it so you can be notified whenever new videos from Angry Guy shows up on your device, so you'll never miss a new video from Angry Guy here ever again. So yep, and if you want to go to the dark side of Angry Guy, check out his Rumble account where he doesn't hold back his filter. It's an unfiltered channel. He does exclusive live stream there. You may want to check it out and support him there. And also check out the Crypto Academy as we're moving into an all digital future where we will own nothing and be happy. Cryptocurrency is the one way that you could defeat inflation and you could actually have your worth a lot more than what you would have if you stick with cash. So yeah, check out the Angry Crypto Academy in the description below, and let's get right into this commentary video from Decentralized. I think that's how you pronounce it, Decentralized. Okay, let's get started.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something that will probably piss off half the internet, but someone needs to say it. You know what I see when I look around? Men, successful men, good-looking men, intelligent men, sitting alone for years. Not months, years. And before you start typing your angry comment, let me ask you something. When was the last time you saw a genuinely happy couple under 35? I mean genuinely happy, not Instagram happy. Take your time. I'll wait.
I don't interact with that many crowds of people, so I can't really say for sure. But the reality is that a lot of men are staying single today more than ever. And there's a lot less women that are single out there, at least in their 20s. I believe in their 30s and their 40s, that could be a different story, but I'm not so sure. But you get the idea. Let's continue.
You can't remember, can you? And there's a reason for that. We've created a world where being alone has become the rational choice for most men. Not the desired choice, the rational one. It's like choosing to walk instead of getting into a car that has a 70% chance of crashing. You understand what I'm saying? The math just doesn't work anymore. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're at a casino and there's this special table. To sit down, you need to bet your entire life savings, your emotional stability, half your future earnings, and your mental health. The dealer tells you that historically, 70% of players lose everything. The 30% who win, half of them say the prize wasn't worth it. Would you sit at that table? Of course not. But that's exactly what modern relationships have become for men, and then we wonder why they're choosing to stay home.
Yeah, because nowadays, most relationships out there ain't worth it because most of these women have been indoctrinated by social media and the mainstream media as well that women need to get the best man there is. They cannot settle for less, and they get all this support from other women, and a lot of men goes after them, so she could even choose which man she would like to be with. Like, it's really sad that most of us men out there will never be able to choose which women will we want to date with. We don't get the girls we want anymore, guys. You gotta get very lucky you meet the one that you actually want and wants to be with you today. And this is what's going on here. So it's not worth it like it used to be, because you just don't know if a relation goes good for a while and everything is great and you seem to know her very well, and then all of a sudden something happens and then she files a divorce against you. And is it worth it then? After all the time you spent with her, have you felt like you wasted your life because you thought that this was meaningful and then you lost her, and then what you're gonna do now. Now you're getting super old and you're not it's gonna be a lot harder for you to find another relationship, and in the process of that, your reputation gets pretty much destroyed when you get a divorce from a woman, because a woman will spread the word about what you did to her, or apparently you did to her, and a lot of people will take her side. The courts will take her side. You're going to be financially ruined. You're going to be socially ruined. That is the biggest chance that's going to happen when you get a divorce. And a lot of times it wouldn't be your fault. It will be like a woman being desperate, or all of a sudden she doesn't feel like you are worth it to her anymore. You really got to be sure that there's a lot of things you have to be sure in this life if you choose to marry a woman today. Because if you're not sure, if you have second thoughts, your gut feeling's probably going to tell you, don't get married. Not worth it.
I had this conversation with my cousin last week. He's 34, makes good money, works out, dresses well, the whole package. He tells me, I haven't been on a date in 3 years. 3 years? I ask him why. You know what he says? Every time I open those dating apps, I feel like I'm applying for a job I'm not qualified for. CEO position requires minimum height 6 feet 2 inches, salary in the top 5%, must own property in 3 countries, speak 4 languages, have the humor of...
That is insane. Like, yes, these women are setting such high standards for men in order to date her, or in order for her to say thank you or to appreciate you or anything like that. You gotta meet her insane qualifications, and it's just not the same anymore. And she's so demanding, and she can afford to be, because so many men goes after her. It's like, it's hard for you to even compete with that these days. So it's like these dating apps, like every time I turn on the dating app, yes, what he says, feels like a job application. Feels like in order for you to get a woman, you gotta prove yourself worthy, and a lot of people are demanding women, just like a lot of people are demanding jobs. That's why for a lot of men out there, getting a job and getting a girlfriend these days, it's extremely difficult, especially if you're a sub 5 male out there. And then, eventually we're gonna find out that a woman rejecting all these men all this time, and then some of these men become successful and they missed out, and maybe she'll probably regret it later, and that wouldn't be your fault. The fact of the matter is that we don't have much of a choice as men of which women we wish to be with, and it's hard to trust them these days. But you know what you could trust? You could trust in God, first of all, of course, but you could also trust yourself and your finances, and investing into cryptocurrency to be ready for the old digital future that is going to be used against you unless you are prepared to be a top 1% in this upcoming era where you will own nothing and be happy. Take it away, Angry.
Hey guys, in a world pushing you to own nothing and be happy, crypto is your key to survival. Join Angry's Crypto Academy to master buying, selling, and trading crypto. Make huge profits and safeguard your wealth. Plus, discover the one crypto virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. The link is in the description of the video below. Go check it out now.
If a man is single for a long time, temporary company or hollow love.
Okay, so now that we're back, let's continue with this commentary, shall we?
Comedian, the body of an athlete, and the emotional availability of a therapist. Previous experience as a mind reader preferred. And here's the thing that nobody wants to admit. Women have priced themselves out of the market. It's like watching someone list their 1995 Honda Civic for the price of a Ferrari because they installed new seat covers. You see, yes, they've confused their value with their demands, and when nobody's buying, instead of adjusting the price, they blame the customers for being cheap. I remember being 22, meeting this girl at a coffee shop. She worked retail, lived with 3 roommates, had maybe $200 in her bank account. But her dating requirements... The man needed his own house, a luxury car, regular vacations abroad, and enough free time to entertain her constantly.
This is basically pretty much a woman asking for a wish man in her life. That if you are not a millionaire, if you don't have a luxury car like one of those Mercedes-Benz or Ferrari or Lamborghini. Yeah, if you don't have like a Lamborghini, if you're not able to take her abroad to 20 to 10 or something different places out there, then you don't qualify to be her husband, her future husband. You will not be able to qualify because these women set such insane standards for men, and they don't take into account how difficult it is to find a job today, how competitive the dating market is, that so many people wants to get this one girl, this one amazing beautiful girl that's in her 20s, like early 20s in fact, or a matter of fact, it's the saying like so many people trying to find jobs and it's so competitive these days. And then without a job, you can't get money, right? Without a girlfriend, you can't make a family, right? Without both of them, you can't get a house for the American dream with a family and children and a dog, right? That's what's going on here. And those two things, a job and a girlfriend, for men, is becoming more and more impossible to obtain. I'm not saying it's impossible overall, but for a lot of men, they're not ready to receive it. And if they never got it through their life, well, guess what? They're not going to be able to receive it later down the road because they're going to be too old. Nobody's going to want them, pretty much. Let's just put it that way.
I asked her, "What do you bring to match all that?" She looked at me like I asked her to solve quantum physics. "I'm the prize," she said. The prize for what? Participating. And this wasn't some isolated incident. This is the mentality I see everywhere now. Women who can't cook demanding personal chefs. Women who don't exercise demanding athletes. Women with massive debt demanding millionaires. The delusion is so widespread, it's become normalized. You know what happens when you set up a game where only one side can win? People stop playing. It's that simple. Men aren't stupid. We can do cost benefit.
Yeah, I want to add to this too. If you know that when you're playing a video game and you know that you are just a level 5 character and you're going up against a level 100 monster, like boss monster with all sorts of crazy moves, you know at that point it's like, yeah, I can't even beat this boss. I'm not going to play the game. I'm not going to even bother challenging it at all because I know I'm going to lose. It's the same thing with the dating market. If the woman is the one that having all the advantage, because the reason a lot of women were divorces them is because they don't, unfortunately, they don't see a lot of men out there as worth it in the long run. If they stop making money, if they start looking older and not as good looking, then they're gonna dump the man for someone else. And these type of women, they're not worth dating or they're not worth marrying or anything like that whatsoever today. So yeah, crazy. Yeah, let's continue a little bit more with the commentary before we get our conclusion.
Fit analysis. We see our friends getting divorced, losing their kids, paying alimony to women who despise them. We see good men being mocked online for not being good enough. We see the videos, you know which ones, where women laugh about using men for free dinners, calling it foodie calls. They have WhatsApp groups where they share strategies on how to extract maximum resources with minimum investment. And then these same women wonder where all the good men went. They went home. They're playing video games, working on their careers, hanging with their boys. At least there, effort equals reward.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't really bother being super active in the dating market or the dating apps today because I feel that it's a waste of time and it's a waste of effort. And a lot of the times, it's pretty much rigged against the men. But like it was saying earlier, we're focused on playing video games. We're focused on our careers. We're focused on our happiness and stuff. Yes, I play video games pretty much daily. In the evening when I'm done with all my work in the morning and the afternoon, all the things I have to do, I'll sit down and play some video game, take my worry away, enjoy having some fun with certain video games that I like to play. And yeah, it's eventually you'll be able to accomplish something once you continue to try. Because you feel a sense of accomplishment once you beat a boss in a video game that you've been training hard for a while. The same with a career, like I'm editing videos, I'm making stories, eventually I'm gonna make a book out of it as well. And some other stuff going on that I kind of want to do for myself, so in the future, I'll be able to build an income, even a passive income stream that I could be proud of and I could retire on. It's gonna take many years, of course, but that's what I focus on more than women. Eventually the women will come and you get the idea. So yeah, I think that's it for the commentary because yeah, it's already 15 minutes. But I'll definitely say this. Check out this user in the description below. This guy makes extremely good videos. I love the animation that's made. Most likely I think it's AI, but it's pretty good looking AI to me. It's not perfect, but it's decent. I like it. I like watching it. So check out the channel as CypherDev in the description below. The link to this video so you can watch the rest of the video on your own time. I think you're going to enjoy it a lot. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Be sure to like this video. Click the like. Click also the bell next to the subscribe button so you could be updated on new videos that we upload on this channel in your device so you won't miss another upload again. Check out Angry Guy on Rumble, where he basically does unfiltered content too gruesome for YouTube pretty much. You get the idea, when he curses like a sailor and all. And check out the Crypto Academy if you want to learn how to invest into cryptocurrency. Yep, so you could combat against the old digital future and own assets, digital assets that you have full control and responsibility for. Anyway, that's all I have to say, guys. I hope that you enjoy, and you can check out my channel as well, Magbo Gaming, if you're into checking out my game collection, me hunting out video games in different gaming stores in Puerto Rico and beyond, and other gaming discussion videos and shorts as well that I offer in the channel. Anyway, that's all I have to say, and I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo out. Bye-bye.